Sith Lord Flash and Zack Attack and Rami Doggy coming to you with another video. And today we are going to be upgrading the living room Oculus Rift machine. As you'll notice,
is a bad thing. Hold on.
It has a bad hard drive, number one. Number two, I have this thing beyond overclocked just to run the Rift. And so today we are going to dig inside and take a look and see what we can bypass and fix and replace. And now I'm going to hand you off to Zack Attack.
I'm pretty sure you've never recorded a video before.
Yes, I have.
Where do you want me to...
Okay. Backup and replace. Hit F1 to resume. Very interesting.
Shouldn't there be text coming up right now?
You would think.
Because that's flashing.
So now I need to figure out which hard drive crashed, and I'll bet it was the main one.
I'm agreeing with this guy right now.
That never happened.
That physically never happens.
Well,
Like, never.
I bought
maybe
this,
once.
I bought this white computer as a pre-built machine.
Which is probably why it sucks.
Machine, and that's really probably why it sucks. As you can see,
Sucks
it's very
not
dirty.
sucks.
As you can see, it's very dirty. As you'll notice, this one has drive bays in it, and it has a DVD burner and a Blu-ray burner. Unfortunately, the new case does not. And today, we're going to be taking this case apart and all of the stuff out of it.
No, wait. Take that off, and then take all of that, plop it in that.
And plop it in here with some new parts added in for good measure. Like this beautiful Asus ROG Strike
Static
motherboard.
Static bag.
Full on
Hold up.
RGB, room for M.2. So beautiful.
Smooth.
Smooth.
Not the bottom or any of the organs, but
So
smooth.
this is the new motherboard, and it is RGB. Because we just gotta bling this thing out.
Everything we're putting in this is RGB.
Well, for the
Most
part.
of it.
So, what we're
It
gonna
has an
start
RGB
with
button.
Is we are going to start by putting the power supply in. That is the very first thing we are going to do. The power supply is also RGB. It is the Thermaltake Smart Series. It is an 80 plus bronze unit with 650 watts of power.
Be careful. Don't want to cut it.
That should be more than enough for what we need. On payday, I'm going to be buying some LED RGB strips to put in this thing too, just to make it that more lit up. Now, I have a power supply shroud, so what do I need an RGB power supply for? Well, there are slots in the power supply, so I'll be able to see the RGB from below.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. But are we even going to be looking at it from below?
And this Thermaltake power supply is 100% modular. So that means any cables I don't need, I don't have to have. Now, I'm getting ahead of myself because it's not actually time to start building this yet. I just really wanted to have a look at
This is
RGB
beautiful.
power supply. It is so beautiful. And
Show
it
him.
matches
Show
the
him.
case.
Show it off. Show it off. Show it
And
off.
it matches the case. is just so amazing.
That is. Let's see the top and bottom.
There's the bottom.
Meh.
There's the top.
It's beautiful, though. That's just beautiful.
And for now, we are just going to sit this in here.
Sit it.
Yeah.
Make sure it's the right way. Probably.
It's the right way, because how would you see the RGB if this wasn't facing up like this? Besides, it has to have the airflow. And there is airflow at the bottom of the case. So I could... Yeah, let's do that.
Could you physically put it all the way over here?
No, because hard drives go over there. Okay? Alright, and we'll be back to the Thermaltake power supply soon. Right now,
I'm
if you
trying
have a
my
look at the
best
screen,
not to cut myself.
if you have a look at the screen, it is still flashing, so we're just going to go ahead.
What is that?
It's,
Where is the where is the letters?
that's why we're just turning it off. Okay. And because I am not The Verge, I don't use a Swiss Army knife
Fake.
to take apart and put together or upgrade a PC. Matter of fact, I'm going to be using reasonable tools. Screwdrivers. And
What is that?
oh, that's just a two-headed angled screwdriver just in case I need it. I don't plan to need this. And I have a regular screwdriver.
All of the stuff that's going in this is smooth.
Yeah, this is not going to be any horseplay here. Okay.
Are we gonna fix those wires?
Oh, we're going to fix it all. This is going to be so cable managed you won't believe your eyes.
We're gonna be able to see every single bit of color, aren't we?
Now, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, I am going to have to go and get my heat gun because I have these hard drives attached with command strips because I'm just a genius like that. It's a good way to attach hard drives. It keeps them stable, especially
Let's
if
see
they're
that again.
mechanical external drives. And
Is
this
that
way-
why that little USB thing came off on me the other day?
Yeah. And having them mounted down like this keeps the hard drives stable because they are mechanical drives, as well as makes them portable because it takes nothing to take them off.
And put them back
Put
on.
them back on.
You don't really even need to
This is mounted
push.
the same way, just to make things easier. And
Except
I
a
will
different
have to-
kind.
Yeah, I will have to use my heat gun to undo that later. But for now, we're just going to get started taking this baby apart. And as you could see in the earlier part of this video, I have this thing RGB'd out kind of too. So, what we're going to be saving from this machine for this build
Is probably the RGB shit.
is going to be the AIO liquid cooler. It's only been in this machine about 6 months. And
So it's
they're
still good.
for years. Yep,
Decades, maybe?
maybe.
Possible.
And the video card.
Was
And
that tempered
most of the
glass?
hard drives. No, that is an acrylic glass panel. The tempered glass is going to look much better. We are going to repurpose this purple fan. It is not RGB. It
They
is
can't see the
purple.
fan, really.
Okay. This fan is purple. It is not RGB.
I'm coming down there.
We are going to repurpose it because it has a light, and we're going to replace the black one that is in here. It's the same size as the black one, and it's lit.
Hey, look, there's me. Hi, me.
So, let's go ahead and get started with this part of the disassembly. We don't need to remove the combat strips yet.
Those aren't going anywhere, so...
No, so they're going to come off and go on this machine, but I have to have the heat gun to
Take
release
them
the
off.
sticky. Yeah, so I can reuse
Make sure you still have all the sticky.
so I can reuse every little bit. Now we are going to go ahead and flip the power off on this power supply and unplug it.
Is that the safe way of doing that?
Yes. And again, because we're not The Verge and we do things the right way around here,
What you looking for?
where I put my screwdriver.
Right over there.
Right here. And now you'll notice, because I did buy a reasonable board the last time, I don't have a whole lot of video card sat.
That looks kind of shitty.
But
what is that wiring?
This cable management is terrible. This is cable management from me buying a pre-built PC. When I am finished, you will swear Bitwit Kyle built this machine. It will be that pretty.
Who is Bitwit Kyle?
He's a YouTuber that I happen to think a lot of. Also, his evil twin brother Lyle is just freaking hilarious.
Would his brother probably be better at cable managing than him?
Oh no, his brother says that he is amazing at it. He is the best. Okay.
That's probably a lie.
No, man, I think it's true. I think it is so true.
What do you mean?
Okay. This...
Can I hold that?
Yeah.
Is this going in that?
Yes, it is. That is the MSI NVIDIA. No, that's not an NVIDIA. That's an AMD. Sorry. This is an AMD card made by MSI. It is...
It's heavy with one hand.
It is the RX 580, and it has 8 gigs of onboard RAM. This video card, unfortunately, does not have RGB. In the future...
It looks cool, though.
In the future, I am planning to upgrade these fans to RGB fans. But I'll do that in another video.
Another?
Look at this spider web nest of bad cable management.
Hold on, let me get a top side view for that.
Look at this. And look where they put the RGB controller, out the freaking back.
That's the controller?
Yeah, that's the RGB controller.
What is this?
That's a spider web nest.
The frick is this?
And look at the hard drives, they're not even mounted.
What do you... Wait,
Holy
what?
shit. Look
Isn't that bad?
Look at all the dirt. Look at all the dirt.
That looked like an actual spider web. Isn't this bad?
Huh?
Isn't that bad?
No. As long as the machine's not being moved around, it's not that big of a deal.
Okay, you saw how much dirt that was before. That's just with his finger.
Yeah. Okay, so I need to figure out what SATA 6 is.
SATA 6?
That's this red hard drive, right? That's this red cable right here. That is
So
SATA
follow
6.
the red cable.
So follow the red cable. Oh,
Follow the yellow brick road.
Oh no!
What?
It's this hard drive.
How do you know?
This is what's plugged into SATA number 6, and it's my 1 terabyter. No!
That's bad, isn't it?
That's very bad. Oh, this is so crappy. I almost feel sad.
How do you know it's this one?
Because the screen on the TV told me so.
That the SATA one was?
Yeah. SATA number 6.
You mean the one with the blinking line?
Yeah, SATA number 6 was bad.
It told you that?
Yeah. And so I just had to follow number 6's cable because this is another Asus board and it's conveniently labeled on the motherboard. Asus
That's
is so
nice.
convenient.
Yeah, that's nice.
Now, we might do one janky thing in this machine. We might try to figure out a way to hook
in
our
this one?
Yeah, to hook our in the new one. No, in the new one.
That one.
To hook up our Blu-ray drive. It took
What?
us 1,000,000 years to get Blu-ray.
We have a Blu-ray disc player.
Oh, where is my parts tray? I don't know where my parts tray is.
You need a parts tray?
Yeah, I have a magnetic parts tray around here somewhere.
That's convenient. Magnetic. That's
Yes,
nice.
Very.
You want a little bowl?
No. I'm just gonna set the stuff that I'm taking out up here. It's just I'm basically taking the same things out, so. And I know where they go. They don't go at all. And besides, once I pull the drives out, I'll put the screws in the sides of the drives where they belong. so that the screws won't get lost.
So we're taking
Because
all
he-
of this out and putting
Yeah.
it into that, mostly. Mostly.
Yep, not with that screwdriver though.
Oh, so you needed the angled one.
Yep.
This is why you should prepare for this kind of stuff, like he did. He said he wasn't expecting to use it.
But I might need it.
He might need it. Yeah.
And guess what?
He needed it.
I needed it. Again, I am not the Verge. I am not an idiot. Repeat after me. The people at the Verge are stupid.
Say that directly into the camera.
The people at the Verge have no idea how to build a computer. There, that's the nicest thing I could say.
Nicest but worst. At the same time.
Now I understand why Kyle and Linus do speed throughs.
What do you mean?
They time lapse their shit. Linus Tech Tips, check him out. He's annoying. He wears socks and sandals, and he's one of the best YouTubers ever.
That made me not want to check him out.
Well, that's just because you don't like any of my advice.
No. The fact that he wears socks and sandals.
Oh yeah, you just gotta forget about that. You just gotta forget about that.
Impossible!
Just because you know that people that are smart have bad fashion sense. Look at me.
Look at that hair.
Right? Okay, now I said I was going to repurpose this fan. So
I can't say anything about your outfit because we're wearing pretty much the exact same thing.
Except I'm wearing Deadpool and you're wearing Star Wars. But we are wearing shorts that are the same exact color and t-shirts that are really close in color.
Mine's gray, his is black. Mine's a really dark gray, though. Why are we telling them what we're wearing? They already knew what you were wearing.
I forgot to unplug that.
Also, this one actually has screws keeping its thing on.
Yeah, not even thumb screws. This thing had 4 case screws. I replaced the 2 over here with thumb screws I had from another machine. Now I'm really scared to look at their cable management on this side. Ooh, I got a Windows 10 CD key there. Hell yeah, I didn't even realize that. Yay! That means I can use my Windows 10 CD and not the other thing. The cable management on this side.
That's actually not too bad.
Not too bad.
Compared to the other side, anyway.
This side isn't very good either, though. I mean, look.
I said compared to the other side.
But compared to the other side, yeah. Totally. Okay. And why didn't they mount the fucking 3 1/4 drive in here instead of fucking sitting it in here? This is where it goes.
It's funny watching you rage at this.
This is where it goes. And in this particular case, the motherboard has to come out, and they were stupid.
Wait, what?
The motherboard, you have to install, on this case, you have to install the hard drive first because it bolts on under the motherboard. You put the hard drive in, then the motherboard. But no, they realized, oh, we've got an SSD here. Oh no, we can't mount it there. The motherboard's in. What are we ever going to do? So they jankily mounted it in here.
So they couldn't mount it there?
No.
Can you stop pulling on my shirt?
Oh, CyberPower's a bunch of idiots.
Dad, get your dog.
Or not CyberPower, Cybertron. Same as, just as bad. Hey, what are you doing?
She wants to be in the video. I bet.
Oh, totally. You know she's a camera hog. Okay, so let's get these janky hard drives out of here. I'm guilty for this one.
Say that again.
I'm guilty for that one. But in my defense, it came out of my laptop, and it's a
Hey!
perfectly good drive.
Shut up.
In my defense, it's a perfectly
I mean,
good drive.
the inside looks terrible, but the outside, less terrible.
I'm going to probably use this whole motherboard and everything for your machine. I'm probably not going to take the processor out. I'm probably just going to replace it, because I don't like the fact that your motherboard on your computer only has 2 RAM sockets and this one has 4.
So we're just taking everything off of this.
So we're just taking everything
Just
off of
unscrewing
this.
everything
Yep.
and dumping it.
Yep.
Not really dumping it, but dump as in take it out.
Well, and your machine is going to be really in good shape too, because you've got 16 gigs of RAM right now, or you've either got 12 or 16. I don't remember which, but you're going to get all 16 gigs that's in here on top of whatever you've already got. If I can figure out how to do it.
Why does your phone get so hot?
Because it's severely broken. My poor phone is in such bad shape.
My fingers are going to be
Gonna
in
be
such
getting a
bad
new one
shape soon.
Getting a new one very soon.
My fingers are almost dead from this phone.
Oh, because it's so hot?
No.
Oh, because it's so sharp?
Yes.
So which do you hate more, the fact that my phone overheats really bad, or the fact that it cuts you?
The fact that it cuts me. Because if I'm holding it, my hands can adjust the heat really well. Not to sharp pains in my fingers, though. Such as getting cut.
I may not completely remove this board from this machine until yeah, because you've got 2 sticks in yours and I've got 2 sticks in mine. Mine are 2 8 gig sticks and yours are 2 8 gig sticks. I think it's either an 8 gig or a 4 gig, or an 8 gig and an 8 gig. And I can put your 2 sticks in here and bam, you've got double your RAM basically. So that is what I am going
barely understanding any of what you're saying.
That's okay, because I barely understand myself half the time, too.
My brain is registering more ouch than hearing right now.
Well, after I unplug all of this stuff, you want to take a short break and we'll get back to this?
Yeah.
Alright, we can do that.
We could take a short break right now.
Let me get all this stuff unplugged first.
There's something that needs unplugged right there, I think. You're unplugging it from...
So I got 2 4-pins. Yes, it does. Could have used that power supply after all. No, because it's bad, so no.
Does it matter what power supply you have? Really?
Yes. The new motherboard has 2 8-pin or 2 4-pin CPU connectors. This motherboard only has 1 4-pin CPU connector. So for that board, I have to make sure that I have an 8-pin CPU connector or a double 4-pin, which this new power supply has a double 4-pin.
I almost just dropped your phone.
That's not good, but okay, we can take a little break now because I have to figure out how to
And I need to let my hands...
unencumber these hard drives.
I need to give my hands a rest from this phone.
Yeah, that's fine. You're not in trouble.
We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back.
What all did you do?
Well, I finished disassembling this computer except for the motherboard and processor. As you can see, I have the RAM sticks laying in the bottom, and I have the board still in with the processor still in.
So he almost completely disassembled that.
I
Time to
have
put
the
it
hard
all in
dri-
this.
I have put the hard drive in this. I have cleaned out the AIO from this. So now all that RGB will be nice and pretty. And now I am going to build a test bench really quick so I can make sure that the processor and the RAM and the motherboard all work.
What?
It's a test bench. That's where you put your motherboard on a box. You install your RAM where it goes. Sometimes you put a hard drive in it, but we're not gonna because we're not messing with that right now.
Do you need an HDMI to plug it into the computer? No, not computer, the TV.
I'll get to that in a minute, yeah.
Monitor, whatever you want to call that. It's a
Okay,
TV,
so
but
I need to go into
same difference.
this slot. Oh, okay. So only one side locks in on these. Okay. And you should get a satisfying click each and every time. And now we need your razor blade again.
It's not a razor blade, but okay. It's a sharp knife.
Now,
That I
rather
use-
than mount the AIO that I know works, I'm just going to go ahead and test bench it with the stock cooler because the stock cooler already has thermal paste applied. That
Really?
means, yes, that means I do not have to apply thermal paste. And all I am doing is firing it up anyway. So we pull this up and we take the Ryzen processor out of its box. And as you can see on the processor itself, there's a little triangle. Okay?
No, I didn't see.
You didn't see it? It's right here.
Hold on. Focus. Focus. Just take his word for it. God dang. We don't want an hour of focusing, do we?
No. And generally, the processor goes in only one way. There it goes. And you just move it around a little bit, make sure that it's in good. And then you push this down. And now, this is the Wraith Stealth Cooler that came with this. And we are just going to go ahead and use it. Yeah, I should go like that.
That is bulky.
Yes.
That is really bulky.
Okay.
Why is that so bulky?
Because it is.
This is the stock cooler, right?
Yeah, this is the stock cooler.
Would you ever prefer the stock cooler?
Possibly. The stock cooler's not bad. It works. It's a good solid cooler, and it's also RGB. I'm not plugging in the RGB right now.
Is that RGB?
What? Yes.
A 1-fan cooler or a 2-fan plus liquid cooler? Both RGB. I would go with the double. Myself, yeah.
But for now, we are just creating a test bench.
Hopefully it doesn't burn through the cardboard.
It won't.
Is that even a
Linus and
possibility?
Kyle do this all the time.
Another shout out to
another
them.
shout out to the cat from Jay's 2 Cents. Jay, he does this all the time too. They all recommend building a test bench.
Just in
first.
case.
Just in case. Because you just
And
do
that
not
is?
know what is going to happen.
I forget what that is.
What, this? This
Yeah.
is the video card.
That's a video card?
Yep, that's the video card.
Has its own cooling.
Yep. Now, we're going to take that brand new power supply. We're going to move this out of the way. We're going to move this mess out of the way. and we're
Yeah,
gonna
move that
slide
mess out of the
We're
way.
going to move that out of the way. And we're going to slide the test bench over here. Oh.
Is that GTA?
Where? Where? Yeah, PS3 GTA. Okay, this is the right HDMI.
Move it further.
I am.
Don't forget the power supply. You need a power supply, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Is it plugged into a power supply right now?
Nope.
You need to plug it into the power supply.
No, I don't.
That could have been bad.
No, it couldn't. It wouldn't have been bad at all.
Plug the power supply in and plug that in to the thing.
Now I need to get into that box, and I need to get the handy dandy set of cables that came
Ooh,
in a
what's
nice
this?
bag. Thermaltake bag of cables for this fully modular power supply.
Wait, hold up. Hold up. Cable. Cables. And more cables.
Okay.
Cables, cables, and more cables. Fun. Very.
This is the one I need for the CPU. And it goes right there.
And into that. You know, I can't show them stuff if you're leaning over it 24/7.
I have to find the 4-pin connectors.
No.
There it is.
Get away.
There it is.
Away. Shoot.